record. I just like to.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So you're keeping the chain lightning in your hand. You have
Yeah,
six
yeah. I'm gonna
cards.
stay with 6, so I
Okay.
go up to 7 on my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw up to 2. Um, yeah, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Cast a balance with 1 card in hand. The only card I could have drawn, right?
Oh, savage. Yeah, I fucking love balance. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely. It's the only. It's like that's what it's. It makes old school so interesting because you can always draw the balance, right? It completely switches
Yeah.
the game around.
Okay, so we are going down how many lands? 3
3
lands?
lands, so that's yeah. You just lose 1.
That's all my lands. No, I'm losing 1. Am I losing the library? I don't think so. Am I losing that? Okay. This. I'm gonna keep that. Okay, I'll lose the lion. I'll lose the tundra. I'll lose 3 side blasts
Oh,
and a plateau and a city.
all right. Your turn.
All right, I have 1 card. You have that and a book. That was a pretty good draw.
Yeah.
I'll chain you.
Yeah, you got it. I'm at 15, I think. Yeah.
And I'll activate and hit you for 2.
I take 2 down to 13.
Your go. 1 card.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play a land and activate my book on my main phase, and then pass to you with 2 in hand.
I guess I have 1 right now. Draw up to 2 cards. Play Atog.
Yep.
Animate, hit you for 2.
Okay.
Still 1 card in hand. I'll pass to you.
Untap, upkeep, draw up to 3. Atog, hey? That guy.
Innocuous Atog.
Yeah. Gotta make you have it, I guess. Yeah, I still feel like I'm losing somehow.
No comment.
Okay, I'll play a factory for sure. And a Thor Stone passed to you with 1 in
hand. Draw 2 cards. So you have a Sick Factory.
Yep.
And blue, white, rainbow. Attack for 3.
And I'm going to take 3 no matter what, because you're Atog. pump off the factory. Anyways, so yeah, might as well. All right, I'll animate Mishra's factory.
Animated factory.
Bolt before blockers.
So you can't pump right now.
Nope.
You can kill the factory. Yeah, we're gonna go for a bolt.
Okay.
Before blocker.
I take 3 or more if you want.
3 it is.
I'm at 8.
Still 1 card, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Yeah. That balance was pretty sweet, but I just don't have the answers, it seems. Huh.
At Eternal Weekend, I had some awesome balances.
Yeah. Cool. I would have loved to have gone that, but maybe someday.
My favorite play is strip mining myself.
Oh yeah.
and then balancing.
Yeah, because then you're killing 2 lands of your opponent.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I have to tap out for this Brain Geyser. So I take 1, down to 7. And I draw 4.
That is a potentially game-winning or losing move. I like it.
All right, so I have 5 cards in hand. I will play a Mox Sapphire and play a Mox Ruby and play a City of Brass and then pass to you with 2 in hand.
All right, untapping, drawing up 2 cards. Play a City of Brass. I'm gonna Demonic Tutor.
Yeah, okay. You got it. Demonic away.
It seemed all right. Down to 19. So hit you for 3, put you to 4. So I get my 1 card. Blue, colorless, go for a Time Walk.
Oof. Well. Brutal. This game is just teasing me. You got yourself a Time Walk.
Okay. Remaining mana will go into here and come in for 3.
Yeah, this is okay. I mean, I have to take 1 to swords your Atog, actually. Because there's no way I can prevent you from dealing 3 this turn by swordsing the other guy. So I go down to 6, and then I take 2.
Yep, and I gain 1.
Yeah, and the Atog is exiled. I'm sure it won't matter, but anyways, carry on to your Time Walk turn.
All right, now is when we draw the Chain Lightning.
Yeah.
What are our
Anything will do.
Not even another factory, but
Sonic Blast?
Well, I discarded 3 of them earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hit you for 2.
All right. I have 2.
And pass with 1 card.
Wow. I'm still alive. All right. I'm definitely not tapping these city brass. On top, upkeep, draw up to 2 cards now. Well, green from your city, red from the ruby, Sylvan Library. Pass to you with 1 in hand.
Tap, draw. 2 cards, stack for 2.
I've got the disenchant for the factory, so you have the bolt. I got no cards in hand.
Sure. I'll pass with 2 cards.
Okay. Untap. I guess I could draw a card, but I don't go to 1.
It's the same as 2.
It kind of is, isn't it? I mean, except that I can't tap my cities for mana if I need them. But I've got all the colored mana I need. I'm not really tapping city anyway. Can't be right. Can it? Going to 1? No. Untap, upkeep, draw off Sylvan. So I get to look at these 3, pick one of them. Pick that one. Oh, I forgot to do my James Day Tome trick. Oh, shit. Alright, your turn. Excuse my language.
Draw.
Any burn spell. Not much left of me.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep 3 past you.
End of turn, I'll activate James Day Tome.
Yep.
Drawing this card. And then during my upkeep, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll activate on my upkeep. So I've drawn this card already. This is a card that I've drawn this turn. Then I go to my draw phase, and then I draw 2 off the Sylvan. I can put any of these back. So I will put those 2 back. So I'm not paying any life, obviously.
Gotta love Sylvan Library.
And then Mistress Factory, Mox Jet. 1 card in hand, and it's your turn.
Uh, 4 cards. I'll pass to you.
Still no burn. Okay. You must have something good though. Let's have upkeep. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a card, and then draw 3 more. Put any 2 back. I guess it will be those 2 back. I will attack you for 2.
Down to 18.
Alright, I'll play a Tundra and another book. Your turn, 1 card in hand. Is that the burn spell?
5 cards, pass to you.
What is going on over there? You're not playing a bunch of Triskelions, are you?
Clearly.
Untap, upkeep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a card off the book before anything else, and then
I'm just gonna step away for 1 second
no
here.
problem. Draw another card off the other book, and I'll wait for you to get back. So you're back?
We're
Right.
back.
So during my upkeep, I've drawn 1 card off of a book, another card off of a book. I have 1 card in my hand from before, and then I'm going to go to my draw step.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to draw 2 more off Sylvan, so I can put any 2 of these cards back. Any 2 back.
It's a very clear way of doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. What 2 cards go back? I think it's those 2 go back. And then I play a land. Oh, those are the wrong 2. Damn it. Damn.
Drop. Oh. I guess you have Sylvan.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the wrong 2. Alright, I'll pass to you with 3 in hand.
Alright, draw up to 6 cards. And we're going to pass with 6. Here you go.
Right, untap. Upkeep. I'm not going to draw with the books this time. I'm just going to draw with Sylvan, so I pick up these 3. Put 2 back. Black and red. I'll cast a Demonic Tutor.
Yep.
Any particular way to cut, or just middle on top?
No, just pick something randomly. It's all good.
Let's have a, or no, that was my tutor. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll cast a Mirror Universe.
Mm.
And then I would like to cast a Time Walk, but I don't have one. So I'm going to pass to you with 3 in hand.
And we'll draw 7 cards.
Yep.
I'll activate said library.
Yeah.
Hold on, thinking. Yep, draw.
Here's the bolt.
I'm gonna go for a lightning bolt to target you.
I will attempt to counterspell your lightning bolt. 2 left in hand.
2 left in hand.
Red Blast would be pretty good.
Thinking. Results.
Okay.
I'm going to play a Mox Sapphire and a Volcanic Island.
Yeah. This is my last turn, isn't it?
Tap Soul Ring and Sapphire and go for a Side Blast on you.
Okay, well I have 1 more counterspell, but if you got the bolt, you're good.
I got the mana drain for that.
Alright, you win.
Oof.
Good game. Crazy game. Down to the wire. Down to the last.
Down to the wire indeed.
Yeah, I should have had you last turn. I screwed up. Oh well. I went. I should have gone demonic into the thing last turn, so I would have had it 1 turn sooner, but I just screwed up. Oh well. That was a great game.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I couldn't have cast it because if the... Yeah, I think maybe the Demonic Tutor was underneath the other card, so I had to pay the 4 to see it or something like that. I should really go slower in my draw steps with those things. Always looking for ways to improve.
So you play lots online, but you don't get to travel very much, is that right?
Yeah, that's essentially it.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I've chosen to afford the cards, and so therefore can't afford the travel. And I also just don't... I'm not very well set up for that.
Yeah, like for me, just being in Vancouver and being able to hop on the plane from YVR is like easier, but with a ferry or a plane ride in between, it's a little bit more challenging for sure. Choices, choices, choices. Yeah, the top card of my library being Library of Alexandria was pretty good.
Yeah, that was such a close game, though.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I got like a couple draws off of it, and then that balance was like better than the Mind Twist, so
yeah.
That was pretty good. What is my last cut here? I think it's just going to be one of these. Yeah, like I don't know how I feel about Swedish yet. It's interesting.
I like how it's more mid-range oriented, and so you get like the higher cost cards included in the format, which kind of broadens the spectrum of what you can play. That's my favorite aspect of it, is the brewing.
Yeah, there is a certain more mid-rangey, or just like the CMC of like everyone's deck increases a little bit. There's definitely a bit of a more of like a lower to the ground vibe with the 4-strip format. But like maybe it's just my like sampling bias so far, but like it feels like library is like very good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd rather deal with that than give up the kind of diversity of it, I guess, is what it comes down to. And there are ways to deal with library. Like my deck is particularly weak to library, but most people in Swedish will play 1 or 2 land destruction spells, or their main deck a city in a bottle, so they have some kind of out, which I think is a good idea. I'm just not doing it right now.
Yeah, yeah. Particularly when you get in books and go toe to toe with things. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's basically my only real plan is to just sort of try to
build your own library.
outdo them. Or I mean, the Sylvan library helps a little bit.
Hmm. Yeah, one of the guys at EW, he was from New York, and his name's Parker. And in the same event that you played in I think it was the Winter Derby or the Summer Derby.
Yeah.
I think he was first seed, but he was actually playing this like Lion Bolt deck where it had he was playing a Regrowth and two Sylvans in his main deck.
Cool. Yeah, I think I saw
Yeah,
that list. Yeah, I really liked that event. It had some like really cool lists in the top 16.
yeah,
There's only 3 of the deck, which I was a little bit surprised by because everybody's always telling me that the deck is sort of dominant in Swedish, but you never really see it. Like you see it, there's almost always one version of the deck in the top 8 at least, but I was kind of
yeah.
expecting more. And
It kind of goes
it's
back to
better.
like yourself. You said like, oh, I haven't been playing it because I've been doing other things.
Yeah,
Like it's kind of similar vibes for other people, I guess.
yeah, you do need a lot of practice. It's really easy to screw it up.
Yeah.
A deck of
Mm.
patience. All right, I don't think I sideboarded correctly, but I don't know how to sideboard correctly, so let's go with right on top for you.
Let's go middle on top for you.
I guess I'll take the play.
Sounds good.
All right, good luck.
You as well.
Don't think this is what I was hoping for. I'm just thinking about whether or not I can keep this hand.
Yeah, well, every good control player loves to keep 7, so.
That's right. Didn't work out last time. I think I have to mulligan this.
I'm gonna hold on to mine.
Okay. Can't get over how close that game was.
So you grew up in Victoria,
Yeah.
moved up island, and are now casting a whole bunch of very nice black bordered Magic cards. How did that happen?
Well, there was the economic downturn of 2008. I couldn't get a job in Victoria for like 2 years, and then somebody in Parksville offered me a job, and I worked there for 7 years, and paid off my student debt in that time. And the only thing you can really do up here is buy expensive Magic cards. So that's what I did.
There you go. All right.
That's how it happened. But I did have like a lot of the stuff. Like I had Alpha Duels and Power. Not all of the Power. I just had like a couple pieces, but that all is kind of what started Canadian Highlander in 2010, or well, really 2008 was when it kind of started to kick off. But like 2010, I think was when the tournaments started happening, and so I was there
Mm-hmm.
for that scene from the start. And then yeah, once I was broke and needed to move, I was just like, well, I have to give up playing Canadian Highlander every week. But I still drove down there like very often to play Canadian Highlander whenever I could, but I haven't been in quite a long time.
Mm-hmm. Who is the? So I know Wheeler, and then who's the other guy? Like Jeremy?
Jeremy hasn't played in a while, but he was championing the format for quite a while. Nelson
Yeah,
Salahab was sort of our TO right from the very get go. Like even the very first event was actually me, a guy named Dave Walker, another guy named Tyler Roberts who doesn't play anymore, and Nelson Salahab. We all sat down and we announced on the Big Magic forum that we're having the first ever Highlander tournament, which is when we laid down the rules. There was no point at that time, but it was just a 4-player game. And I still remember the plays. I was playing an Oath deck,
yeah.
and I tutored for Oath off of like a Imperial Seal that I played on turn 1, and I think Tyler was doing some Goblin stuff, and then I played my oath, and then Nelson, he oathed into a Tidespout Tyrant, which at the time was like one of the best vintage decks, was to oath into Tidespout Tyrant at the time. That was like the
Yeah.
champion vintage deck was that. And then, an Eternal Witness after that, and just goes off and takes a bunch of turns and bounces every permanent. It was hilarious. But that was sort of how, that was the first event, and we posted that on the Vic Magic forum, and then that thread, the Canadian Highlander thread that I started, became like the only thing that people were really doing on that forum. And then as the years went on, more people joined in, and then we were having like 12 and 16 person events every weekend or every Monday at that time. And then it's just kept going ever since. And then 2 years later, I'd only won like 2 events. I had like kind of the most expensive cards, but I don't know. It was, people were expecting me to play my oath deck with like a lot of the cards in here. Actually, I had like a Moat and a Abyss and Black Lotus and Ancestral, and that's kind of what people expected, was for me to play that deck. So everybody had like a plan for it, and so I never really won that often, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then
That's
eventually
awesome.
someone came up with the idea of the points list, and my deck list was the original points list, because they had
I was
this.
gonna say, I'm like, so you're the reason my points list exists and
Yeah,
can here.
exactly. And everybody kind of pointed out, well, isn't that just the AP's deck? And the guy, he was the forum administrator at the time, and he just had this notion that I was like beating people up at Magic and like tricking them into playing this format, and that was sort of his dialogue that he went off with on the forums to try to discourage people to play this awful format that he had never played, and it just kind of got out of
Well,
control.
I think the points list idea is a very elegant thing that's been adapted in several variations.
Yeah, and we got it from. It was actually the forum administrator's idea to use the point list, and he took it. He took the idea from the German Highlanders points list, which is a 60 card format. But that was
Hmm.
something that people were also doing at the time. I think there was only a couple people at the store that were actually playing that format. But um, yeah, that's how it all started.
Well, the Canadian one, I think, is the most famous one, middle on top.
Okay.
Um, so you get to have like, your name in history for that. So it's fun.
Yeah, me and Robin Soren, and before it was played at the store, like before that tournament with Nelson Salaba, it was my friend Phil Barton. We would play on his kitchen table. It actually started with I don't want to say his name in my recording, but somebody got me banned from Yellow Jacket by stealing somebody's cards and then blaming it on me, and I know who it is now. And half the cards in the deck were actually borrowed from Robin Sorensen. So he actually found out because he talked to this guy who had stolen these cards. Robin found out for me
Hmm.
because I knew his face and I knew the name, but I hadn't connected the face to the name, so I couldn't be like, oh, it was this person. But like basically, we were both leaving Yellow Jacket, and somebody left a deck box. Well, 2 deck boxes. One was empty. They had left it on the table, and I was like, oh, hey, can you bring those back to Ed? Ed is the owner of the store. And I was like, I think somebody left their deck here. And I walked out, and so he was the last person to leave other than Ed. And I came back in the next day to like check. Well, did you get that deck box? And Ed was like, no. I'm like, okay, well, I guess he knows the guy, or he's gonna give him. And then like a month later, he's pointed the finger at me, trying to pretend that I took these cards.
Uh,
Foil Call of the Herd was the one of the main cards. I think there was a playset in there. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to keep this hand. Um, but yeah, I've never touched a Foil Call of the Herd ever since, because it's just tainted the experience. But when I was no longer allowed to play at Yellow Jacket, I had to come up with another way to play, and Highlander was something that I had heard of like since 1995, basically. And I just like, well, like, let's play this format. I have all these cool old cards. I want to play them against the new cards, and that was the thing that
yeah.
worked. Okay, this hand is sketchy, but I have to put a card back. I'm gonna keep this, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna put a card back. Hmm. Interesting. What to put back? Yeah, I just kind of went on off a rant, so we're taken up a little too much time. Sorry about that.
Good.
All right, put that back. So I'm going to start us off. Ruby City into Sylvan Library. 3 cards in hand. And pass to you.
And 19?
Yeah.
Drawing up to 8. Volcanic. Your go.
Okay, untap. Keep. Draw 3 off Sylvan.
I'm gonna ancestral in the upkeep.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Okay. Draw 3. Continue.
Okay. Interesting. Ancestral, hey? So I'm going to pay 8 life.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Alright. Play a land. Play a Black Lotus. Crack it for 3, 4, 5, 6. Take 1. Cast that. I'm at 10.
I was going to say 6 mana is a long ways away, but apparently it's not.
So I've got 3 cards in hand, and it's your turn.
Okay. Draw up to 10.
I'm assuming this gets disenchanted, and I've just lost. But, you know, sometimes you gotta live dangerously.
No, I think you're doing fine. You'll turn to Mirror Universe down to 2 is pretty good. Thinking. Mistress Factory. Tap. I'm going to play an Atog. I have 8 cards. I'm going to discard a City of Brass and pass to you.
Okay, untap. Upkeep. To switch life totals or not to switch life totals? I think I'm going to hold on to it for now since you didn't disenchant it. Let me double check here. Yeah, I'll go to my draw phase. Draw off 7. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that is very interesting. I'll take 1 card. Play a land. Cast a Chaos Orb.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also cast a Balance with 1 card in hand.
Wow, rude.
Yeah.
Okay. Atog's gone.
Sacrificing
Twist, Side Blast, and 4 lands.
Holy smokes, okay. Your go, 1 in hand.
Draw. past you with 2 cards.
Okay, untap, upkeep. I'm at 10. Or no, I should be at 9 because I took 1 from the balance. Upkeep. I think during my upkeep, I'm gonna activate Chaos Orb.
I have
Any
no
responses? No? Okay. Can't even do mana abilities after this. So you sure you don't want to respond?
no responses.
Okay, I'll try. I'll represent with Ruby, and I'm gonna hit your Volcanic Island. Oh, missed.
Ooh,
Okay, okay.
rookie mistake.
Now I have a new plan of, yeah, I screwed up again. I mean, I guess I'm at...
Well, balance is carrying you again.
Yeah,
Carrying
it is. For a second game. All right, I'll go to my draw step. So you have probably Bolt or something. So if I go to 5, then what? What would be the point? Attack for 2. Yeah. All right, I'll go to 5. Pass to you with 3 in hand.
3 in hand, and you're at 5. 2. Pass for 3. There you go.
All right, on top, upkeep, I'll switch life totals with you.
Yep.
I am at 20. And we're at 5. Okay. So I'll go to my Sylvan step. Interesting. Okay, I'll just take the 1 card. I'll attempt a Demonic Tutor.
Yeah, that's fine. You get a shuffle?
Yeah, I get to shuffle, exactly. Okay. Grabbing my 1 card. Give you a cut in a sec here.
Yeah, middle.
Middle. Okay.
Good.
I will pass to you with 4 in hand.
Draw up to 4. Bash for 2.
I'm at 18. Oh, sorry, 17. I took 1 from this city.
Yeah. Ruby chain you.
Yeah, you got it. 14.
2 cards. I will pass to you.
Untap. Upkeep. Upkeep, I'm going to ancestral myself. So I pick up 3, and then I go to my draw step. And then I draw 2 off Sylvan, and I can put any 2 back. 1, and...
The way you do that, like with the clarity, which is noted and required, but the way you do that makes it feel like you're like addicted to Sylvan Library.
Maybe. Could be. I mean, people have brought into question the sanity of playing Sylvan Library in the deck, so that could be the case. Alright, I'm keeping these 4, putting 2 back, and no life paid. Play a Tundra and a Mox Emerald and a Soul Ring. Pass to you with 4 in hand.
Okay, drawing up to 3.
Balance. It's a hell of a card.
I'm gonna go for a wheel.
A wheel. Well, sure, yeah.
Okay, discard line, discard bulk.
I got you. Well, you hit a counter spell, recall, mana drain, and sword splashers.
Okay. Wow. Play a Pearl and pass to you with 6 cards.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw 3 from the Sylvan. Okie dokie. Those are all good cards. I'll just take the 1.
Am I dead?
Yeah, I think so. You got a Pearl up?
Yeah.
So you can't even animate your factory. So I'll play Tundra, and then 5, 6, disintegrate you for 5.
Yep.
Alright, at least it was quick.
Yeah, it's like, surely I'll draw a mana source. I won't play this volcanic. Do not draw mana source.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I always play my mana source first, just because I mean, you at least you get to keep 1 extra card.
Yeah, I just...
Sometimes I regret it, though, so I don't know if it's the right...
Ideally, like, it's a plains and I get to play a lion or something, I don't know. But, yeah.
So that was a pretty crazy game, too.
Yeah. It's my favorite card over again, Balance, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the official date has been announced, but I think it's the last, what is it? Last like 2 weeks of June or something. No, not June. Let me see my calendar here.
Where is LobsterCon?
Boston.
Boston, okay. Yeah, never been to Boston.
But I think it's going to be the 21st, 22nd is going to be the a doubleheader event down in Seattle.
Oh, cool.
Last year was the Satanic Panic one. And then this year apparently it's X-Files themed. But like the full unofficial thing hasn't been announced. But like having been to almost everything in North America except for LobsterCon, I still think like the best bang for the buck for like someone from BC is going to the Seattle event.
Yeah, that makes sense. Don't have to travel
You
as far.
get 2 days of like good old school, lots of artists, lots of
Cool.
charity and raffle and all that stuff, and not too far.
Yeah.
But
Do you declare your deck when you're crossing the border? I've only been to one across the border event. It was like it was in Vegas, and I just didn't even think about it. But do people do that or what?
I have not.
I wonder if you're supposed to. I should look that up.
But yours is like enough that like
Yeah. Well, I think any fully powered old school deck is probably enough because I think it says 10K on the little.
Oh yeah. But isn't it like, well, maybe it's cash value?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Like realistically, like my legacy deck would trigger that then.
yeah, exactly. So I'm like wondering because I don't think people do. It's kind of like why would you? But I don't know. You can go with your right on top, I guess.
You can go right on top as well.
Okay.
And I will be on the plate for once.
All right. Good luck.
But yeah, like it's it's gonna be a snap mulligan.
Yeah, me too.
It's like Lotus and 6 lands. Cool.
That was the opposite.
But yeah, the Satanic Panic, like it is Pacific old school, so like you got 4 strip and all that, but I'm sure you'd be able to crush it with the deck if you tried. But it's like really good people. There's good hangs like in between. Like even like Rob went last year and he was like playing anti 40K and shit like that in the after hours events.
Cool. I think there was one Seattle event that I really regret not going to, which was in Swedish format. I think it was like either a year ago or 2 years ago. But,
yeah.
Oh well. What can you do? I just got to shuffle a little bit more because that was an absolutely abysmal hand. 1 mox and nothing to cast with it. No lands. Sort of a downside of playing control. You just like all your lands are in play at the end of the game, and you have to sit there shuffling for like 20 minutes to actually get it fully randomized.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like 2 lands. Like, let's do this.
I like sort my entire deck every time I play. On top or what?
Left on top.
Okay, cool. Same to you. Left on top.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna keep this.
I'll keep as well.
On the bottom. We'll go back up from like 4 life, whatever I was at. I'll keep with 6 cards.
Yeah, me too.
Jet, Soul Ring, Mishra's, Yorgo.
Wow. Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Wow. Tundra, Black Lotus, Mind Twist for 3.
Whoa.
You get to keep the cards that are in play and nothing else.
Armageddon, Stripine, Volcanic.
All right, your turn. So that's a Sapphire in play, right?
A Jet,
Jet,
Soul
okay,
Ring,
okay.
and a Mishra.
Go ahead. I got 4 in hand.
Play a City Brass, attack you for 2.
I'm at 18.
Your go.
Untap, upkeep.
Really hoping to Armageddon you there.
Yeah, it's good against me, that's for sure. Well, I'm gonna play an Ivory Tower and pass to you with. Well, hang on. Do I want to pass? No, I'm gonna play a land and pass to you with 3 in hand.
Sure. Draw. Attack for 2.
Yeah, 16.
Play a Tundra and pass to you.
Untap, upkeep, draw up to 4, and pass to you with 4 in hand.
Leave that one. No. I'll come in for 2.
Yeah, 14.
Your go.
Untap, upkeep, draw up to 5, and pass to you with 5 in hand.
And a turn, Psionic Blast target you.
Wow. Okay. 10.
18. Draw. Attack for 2.
I'm at 8.
Your go.
Okay, upkeep, I gain 1 up to 9. Draw a card up to 6. Cards in hand. You have 1. I'll pass to you with 6 in hand.
Attack.
I go to 7.
Play Ruby, pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, I gain 2 up to 9. Draw a card up to 7. Cards in hand, that is. And I'll just pass to you with 7 in hand.
Savannah Light. Can't gain that much life a turn.
I mean, that's true. That is true. Yeah. I'll counterspell that. 6 in hand.
Bash for 2.
Take 2, down to 7.
Your go.
Untap, upkeep, gain 2 up to 9. Draw up to 7. Pass to you with 7 in hand. This Ivory Tower is doing some heavy lifting this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a Swords would have done about the same, but still, Ivory Tower is doing its job.
We're gonna try for a big mind twist. For 6.
I'm gonna counterspell that also.
Okay.
Down to 6.
I'm gonna lose a life. I'm at 17. It's your turn.
Untap, upkeep, I gain 2 up to 11. Draw up to 7. Yeah, I'll just pass to you with 7 in hand.
Ruby factory attack.
Take it. I'm at 9.
And I'll pass with 2 cards.
So untap, upkeep, I gain 3 up to 12. Draw a card up to 8 cards. Play a land. It's a Library of Alexandria. Pass to you with 7 in hand.
Draw. Ruby factory attack.
Take 2. I'm at 10.
Tap, demonic, 1 floating.
Demonic. How many cards in your hand?
2.
I'll respond by activating Library, so I go up to 8 cards in hand. Oops.
Yep.
and then I will mana drain the demonic.
Woof. We're gonna go for a counterspell on the demonic for the mana drain.
So you have no mana up after that?
I have one colorless.
One colorless. And you haven't played a land yet. Okay, go ahead. You got it. I mean, I'm not going to force it with you.
Reasonable.
The Mind Twist is already in your graveyard, right?
Yeah, you luckily have the counterspell for that one.
I did.
Okay. I'll animate. Well, actually, mana doesn't even matter. So
yeah.
I will pass to you.
Untap. During my upkeep, I'm going to respond to the Ivory Tower by drawing a card up to 8. You can just put, yeah, that's fine. And then I gain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 14. And then I'll go to my draw phase. Draw a card. Oh yeah, I have mana drain mana. That's pretty good.
No, I countered it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. I don't have mana drain mana.
No soup for you.
Such luck. You countered it.
Rude, I know.
Countering my spells. How could you?
It's Swedish. I have to play these like dirtily weird like ghost cards.
You don't have to play counterspell. I don't think counterspell is actually that strong in Swedish. I mean, it's strong in the control decks, but I think most other decks are doing better to not play them. Not that you're wrong to play counterspell. I'm not saying that. I just, I don't know. Never mind. So I have 9 cards in hand. I better do something here.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'll go Pearl and Trop. Tapping those to regrowth my mana drain.
Oop.
So I get the sense that you might still just get through all this with another counterspell in your hand or something. I have 7 in hand and I'm passing to you.
Plateau. Attack for 2.
You got it. 12.
Bolt you.
Okay. I'm at 9. It wasn't a counterspell, so this wheel is something.
Stepping away for just 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
It's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Untap. During my upkeep in response to the Ivory Tower, I'll draw a card. Up to 8, so I gain 4. Carry on to my draw phase. Play a land. And I will just cast a demonic tutor. How do you feel about that? It's probably fine, right?
That's fine.
Yeah. Grab that card. Well, it's not library, but I've already got that. Any preference for cut?
3, 2, 1.
3, 1 to 2, 1 to 1. Okay. I'm actually going to pass to you and discard to hand size, discarding City of Brass.
Draw. We're going to tap the ruby, attack for 2.
I will swords your Mishra. Going down to 6 cards in hand.
So this is gone. I'm at 18.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I don't know. Might have tapped City or something. I don't know.
Play Savannah Line.
Sure, you got it.
And pass to you.
So you have 1 card in hand?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'll untap. During my upkeep, I will cast Ancestral Recall in response to Ivory Tower. Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. So I draw 3 up to, I think, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So then I gain 4 life off the Ivory Tower. Up to 17. And then I go to my draw phase. Card. Wow. Okay. I will play a land and tap my Pearl for a Soul Ring, so I'm down to 7 cards, and I'll pass to you with 7 in hand.
Attack for 2.
I take 2, down to 15.
2 cards. I'll pass to you.
End of turn, I'll draw a card up to 8.
Yeah.
And then untap. Upkeep, I gain 4. Up to 19. Draw a card for my draw phase. I will play a land, 1 and 2. Cast a Sylvan Library back down to 7 cards. Pass to you with 7 in hand.
Draw up to 3. Attack.
Take 2, I'm at 17. I think I should be
Your turn.
End of turn, I'll draw a card. Untap. Upkeep, I have 8, so I gain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 21. And then I go to my draw phase, so I pick up these 3 and put 2 back. Put those 2 back. Just taking the 1 card. No life paid. I'll play a land. 6, 7, 8. 8 cards in hand. I will play a Mox Jet. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play the Abyss, going down to 6 cards in hand, which was actually a mistake, but I'm going to stick to it. And it's your turn.
I'm going to disenchant your Hybrid Tower in the turn.
And you have 1 card in hand?
Yep.
Okay, I think that's worthy of a counterspell.
Sounds good.
I have 5 cards in hand.
Upkeep. Mine goes away. Draw. 3 cards. It's your turn.
Okay. 5 cards in hand. Tap. Upkeep. I gain 1 up to 22. Go to Sylvan. So I draw up to 6. There's no way I can use the library beforehand. I will just pay 8. Seems fine. 14. 8 cards in hand now. 5, 6, 8, yeah. play a land and pass to you with 7 in hand. It's a slow deck.
Pass with 4.
Okay. End of turn, I'll draw a card off the library. Untap, upkeep, I gain 4. To 18. Draw 3 off the Sylvan. Yeah, I'll pay 4 life this time. Down to 14. 4, 5, 6. I'll cast Mirror Universe.
Yep.
Yeah, I will end my turn with 9 in hand, and I'll discard 2 to hand size, unless you want to do something on my end step.
No, I'll just tap my city. Go to 17.
Okay, you're at 17. Go ahead.
Draw. Play another city. Pass you with 4.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep, I will draw a card off of Library of Alexandria before the Ivory Tower trigger, so I have 8, so I gain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was a card that I drew off of the Ivory Tower, so
Yeah.
that's separate. Draw a card for my draw phase. Draw 2 off Sylvan, put any 2 back. So we'll put those 2 back. Or I could pay 4 life. That seems like more like what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll go to 14. Play a land. What have I got in here? Yeah, a lot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 4 cards in hand?
Yep.
7. Yeah. 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Recall for 3. X equals 3.
Targets?
Oh, I don't have to declare targets. I actually only learned this like this year, but
Oh.
it doesn't actually target, which is crazy to me.
Well, the result.
Okay. Discarding Tropical Island, Jane Day's Home, and Swords to Plowshares, and picking up Mind Twist, Regrowth, and Demonic Tutor. Yeah, it should be, well, actually Demonic, yeah, fine. Okay. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 cards in hand. But I think I still just want to pass to you, and yeah, I'll discard to hand size, discarding the book. 7 in hand.
And you have 2 or 3 kind of spells in your yard.
I don't actually know. I think it's just 2. 1, 3. I have 3. Sorry.
3. Okay. I'm going to go down to 15 end of turn.
Yeah.
Draw. Play a factory. And pass you with 4.
Untap. Upkeep. I will draw a card, so I gain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I go to my draw phase, and then I draw 2 off Sylvan and put any 2 back. I will put those 2 back. Well, I want to get my life total low enough. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, I will put 1 back and pay 4. So I'm at 14 again. I will play a land, Mishra's Factory. And you have 4 cards in hand, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will get that Mind Twist going that I got back.
Yep. Twister was the card you were curious about.
Okay.
And a bunch of mana. And an
So,
Atog.
yeah. Fair enough. All right. Well, I'll discard to hand size, discarding Underground Sea. Your turn.
I will destroy strip mine, maybe.
Actually, I have the swords, so I'm going to give you 2 life for your factory.
Sure.
So it's 17.
17. Pass to you.
Untap. Upkeep, I gain 2. And then I go to my draw phase, and then I draw off Library of Alexandria in response to the Sylvan trigger, because I have 7. So I draw 1, and then I draw 2 more. I put any 2 back, or pay 4 life. Do I want to go to 12? I think so. I will put 1 card back. Go to 12. Pay 2. Like this for a circle red. Another 1 to go with the colorless to cast a chaos.
Hold on. In response, I'm just going to bolt you to the circle red.
Sure, I go to 11. Or, sorry, 9, not 11. And then I pass to you with 7 in hand.
Your go.
Untap. During my upkeep, I'll draw a card in response to Ivory Tower, so I gain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I draw a card for my draw phase, and then draw 2 more off the Sylvan Library. It's kind of funny, I want to be at a lower life total and I'm gaining life. But, you have 1 card in hand.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Might as well pay 8 at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Play a land. I will tap this jet to cast another Ivory Tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I gotta cast 2 spells here to get down to 7. You've gotta. What are your moxes? Ruby and Sapphire?
Ruby and Jet.
Ruby and Jet, okay. You've already cast Demonic and Mind Twist in your yard, so pay 4 to disenchant the Ruby and the Soul Ring.
2 disenchant?
Yeah, 2 disenchants. So I'm back down to 7 cards, and it's your turn.
I'm going to go down to 15.
Yep.
Turn. Draw. I'm going to concede here.
It was the final turn, so that's fair enough.
Yeah, I was like, I am. The corner has been turned.
Yeah.
Yeah, could not overcome that one.
Yeah, it takes a long time to win with the deck, but it seemed like it was.
No, you won several turns ago
Yeah.
when what was the pivotal turn? You had the Mind Twist right off the hop, which was good.
Yeah, I mean that. I felt like that was game. I mean, I had the Ivory Tower as well, which you never really caught up with, basically.
Yeah, when I dumped my hand in for mana, and then you just like twisted me, I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard.